today's video, we're going to be talking about anti-aliasing settings in Halo Infinite, specifically TAA, and how to disable it. But before I even show you how to disable it, this is likely to be patched within the coming days because they're adding easy anti-cheat to the game. Hopefully, it still does work with easy anti-cheat, but we'll see. I'll put it in a pinned comment if it doesn't. But before I get into that, I want to explain how we can actually solve this issue, and also I want to show some comparisons. So first thing I'm going to do is show some comparisons of TAA off versus on. So off is to the right, on is to the left. This is on, this is off. You see how much clarity you lose with TAA? Yeah. Obviously, this is all a preference thing because the anti-aliasing effect is better with TAA, but you lose so much detail that there's going to be a lot of people that would just prefer to have it off, like myself included. Not only is it a preference thing, but it's also an accessibility thing. Some people eyes sort of get out of focus, and that causes eye strain when they're using TAA because their eyes are constantly trying to adjust. There's also motion sickness issues, so not having this option is literally an accessibility issue, which is why I literally haven't played Halo Infinite since like it came out, because every time I try I just feel sick. And for once in my life I'm actually able to play the game again. And it's really sad that I wasn't able to play it because I mean, if it's in this game, it's probably going to be forced in the next Halo game, which basically means I can't play Halo anymore unless this is fixed. So, but even if you're not, it's not an accessibility issue for you, many people will prefer this image over this one. I mean, let's show another example. So, if you just, let's see, what's a good part of the image to compare? Obviously, you can see in this example, the one that's off is to the left. Unfortunately, actually, I can change that for consistency's sake. So, as you can see, this rock right here is so much more detailed. On the right, what else? These trees, the foliage, this rock right here, this weapon. To me, it just looks over here also. There's so much information. To me, this just looks so much better. Like, even if I didn't have any sort of motion sickness issues, this moss looks pretty bad with TAA. I would still prefer the non-TAA'd image. Here's also this. Now, this is at like 720p, just to show you like exaggerated example. Because truthfully, this game is pretty intense considering how mediocre it looks, and people use dynamic resolution scaling. So a lot of people are actually playing at this resolution. But look at that rock with TAA on versus off. You lose so much information, especially in motion. Like, you already lose some information while holding still, but when in motion, man, just look at that. Yeah, it's just crazy how much it's harming the visuals, and it gets worse and worse the lower your resolution is. Then we'll have right here. So look at the trees. Like, you see how like you can kind of see through the tree, like the branches and stuff, and then it just gets taken away. And then you also have this rock right here. And this is at 1440p. This is a decently high resolution here, and it's still removing a ton of information. So that's the comparison. So now let's talk about how to fix this issue and to prevent it from going away. So there's a couple routes we can take. We can either, number one, protest against easy anti-cheat being added from the game, and if it's already added, ask it to be removed. Because if I'm being honest with you, it's very late into Halo Infinite's life cycle. It's been out for many years, and the population isn't going to go up. Like, it's hit its peak, and we've dealt with no easy anti-cheat for so long. There's just honestly very little to no point to add it, right? Like there really just isn't. Hacking will always be an issue, and hacking's really only an issue if you're playing ranked and you're like a decently high ranked. Like in social modes, it's honestly barely there, and honestly that's not going to change about ranked. It's a free to play game, and it's not that hard to hack in it. So people will just keep getting new accounts and hacking. It's really not difficult. So all easy anti-cheat does is it invades our privacy because it's a rootkit anti-cheat, and it also harms modding, because this is a game people mod, they mod the campaign and stuff. And of course, since 343 indices is not providing proper graphic settings for motion sickness and all that. It also harms accessibility. So we can either protest against the change being added or for it to be removed if it's added already. Or we can go the other route where we push 343 to add anti-aliasing off options. And regardless of which route you take, it's important to emphasize that you have been using a workaround to disable TAA that you absolutely need to play the game and that it's going away. So that's what you have to do. And the second thing you have to do is if the Easy Anti-Cheat patch does break the no TA mod, just stop playing the game. Like seriously, just take a break from it, get off, because if 343 sees their numbers or Microsoft go down after the update, they will have to question why it happened and have to do something to reconcile it. So just like seriously, like it's not that hard to take a break from a game for a while and go play something else. Like seriously, if it breaks, just stop playing it until then, until it gets fixed, or even just for a while, you know. So play as much as you want right now, but after the update, I think it's coming out January 30th or 31st, just stop playing. With that said, how do you disable it? Well, you can go to this mod and you can download it, and then once you download it, you're gonna want to add the campaign season 1 globals RTX new module into your games directory, sub games campaign season 1, deploy any globals, add it here and replace this. Next, for the multiplayer, you're going to want to add the separate globals RTX new module back to the deploy any globals and add it here and replace. And all this does is it replaces the low anti-aliasing option with anti-aliasing off instead of just, you know, a lower quality version of TAA. Honestly, the current anti-aliasing options are pointless because low and high literally have the same exact performance, and high just looks slightly better. So, I mean, just you should probably add an off option, and it does increase performance a little bit too, which is a plus. So you can either take some of that performance directly for higher FPS, or you can super sample a little bit. Either way, they don't need to add an like an alternative anti-aliasing method like SMAA or something. They could just literally add an off option, and I'd be happy. But thank you for watching this video. I hope this video helped you. Peace out.